Welcome to Hope Channel International. In this video, learn more about prayer and how God's answer to your prayers may not always be a yes.
There's a third thing that you need to do if you're going to harness the power of prayer, and that is don't expect God to always say yes to your prayers. There are people who have a name it and claim it, take it home and frame it philosophy of Christianity. They have a philosophy that anything you pray for, it is possible. And yet Gethsemane teaches us that that is not the case. Our Lord prayed, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but let your will be done. And God said, impossible. When I was a young man in the 11th grade, I attended a Christian college, and I saw a young lady on campus who caused my heart to palpitate in a way I had never experienced before. And at that time, I belonged to the name it and claim it school of prayer. I believed anything you saw, you could ask God for it, and he would give it to you. And so I went back to my dormitory room. I didn't even talk to the young lady. And I got on my knees. My mother had always said, be sure to say some good things to God before you ask him for anything. So I said, Lord, you made the mountains and the trees. You are an awesome God. I saw a young lady on campus today. I cut to the chase. And I want you to let her feel for me what I feel for her. And if you will do that, I will never ask you for anything else for as long as I live. Well, God said no. And I've got to be honest with you, I'm glad he did. About 20 years later, I ran into that young lady, and I was thankful that God knows our future better than we know our future. I was happily married, and she was happily married, and let's just put it very politely, I was glad that God said no. Don't always expect God to say yes to your prayers. Sometimes his no's are the greatest blessing you will ever receive.